It's time for some One Piece! Yeah! Y'all already know what's going on, guys. This is Smoke Raider. One Piece 703. Let's get right to it. Alright, so we start this bitch off with Frankie and Luffy trying to get the information out of the guy. And he's like telling them all, all about Ace's fruit and how once somebody dies, it will go to another fruit, and somehow Doflamingo got it during this thing. So Luffy was explaining to Frankie, he's like, I don't want anybody, some random ass fool to have Ace's fruit. I'm not having that. I'm not down with that. Fuck that shit. Like he got serious. He did the oh boy, like he did the it's heavy. Like none of that shit's gonna happen. So he's asking Frankie. He's like, Frankie, if I get it, can I give it to you? Frankie's like, no, I like swimming. So Frankie's out of the picture. No Marimaro no me for him. Luffy says, I already ate the Gomu Gomu no me, so I can't have it either. And so that pretty much explained that Luffy is not going to have the pirate or the Ace's fruit. So they go to the Coliseum. Frankie and Luffy just start running the Coliseum like, fuck it, we're going to go get that fruit. We're going to enter the tournament and we're going to win that shit. We jump over to Zoro, and Zoro's like chasing, he's still looking for his sword, and this is what kind of disappointed me, because I really hope Zoro somehow gets to the Coliseum and signs up. And, him and Sanji were like, Sanji's like, oh, you stupid Marimo, like, stop running away, and what'd you say, direction, Marimo having shithead. I was like, oh, Sanji just clowning on Zoro, and Zoro and Sanji's like, oh, what, I see something, and it's this bitch named Violet, yo, and she's like dancing, like doing some samba and some salsa dancing and shit, and Sanji's just, Sanji is, he's just automatically in love. And this shit kind of reminded, she kind of had like a look of a mix between Tashigi and Robin, so that's what she looked like. Now, I'm trying to figure out if her hair is going to be like a violet color, maybe violet. That'd be cool to see. So Sanji turns around and he's like, oh shit, where's Zoro? And Zoro's like already gone. He had took off somewhere. You know Zoro is, he's just gonzo. So and this bitch is like starting to run, and she's like, oh, Sanji, help me and hold me. Or she didn't say Sanji, but she says, sir, hold me. And Sanji's just holding her, and he's having like nosebleeds, and he's like, oh, this bitch is so fine. Police starting to look for her. And she's, she's like holding Sanji, and there's a bunch of couples around, so they're kind of like blending in. And she smooches Sanji on the lips. I was like, yo, Sanji. But she asked for Sanji's help. She's like, Sanji, she doesn't say Sanji, but she's like, sir, if you could help me, I can't. I stabbed somebody. Like, she was one of those bitches who stabbed somebody and tried to get away. I stabbed her husband because he cheated on her or some shit. And she says, he's at the next city. So if you help me get there to the next city, would you help me kill him? And Sanji's like, yeah, of course. And give me some. So Sanji goes with Violet over to the next city. We don't see what happens with them, and Zoro's out there for the rest of the chapter. And we go back to Luffy and Frankie. And Frankie's like explaining, there's like this little toy soldier who's got one leg. And he starts using Geppo. Like, he starts using Geppo, and he's like flying up to the Coliseum, and the cops are chasing him. They're like, oh, stop, you thief. And he gets in the Coliseum. He's like, I have no cops in here. This is like, your jurisdiction's done. Marines and cops can't do it. And even if you do something here, even if you do see like a criminal, you can't do anything because this place is off limits. I don't think he knows that Doflamingo is not a Shishibukai anymore. Or maybe it's because Doflamingo is part of the royal family. Like the Celestial Dragons. I know that's been thrown around a lot, but it's pretty much, to me, it pretty much, brings it together, where since the Doflamingo family is royalty, and they probably have such high status, they probably can't really be touched by anybody, right? So the police leave, and the toy jumps down, and he starts talking to Luffy and Frankie. And Luffy's like, oh, this stupid ass little toy, he's a little funny, and Frankie's like fucking around with it, man. Somebody calls out like, okay, last sign-ups for the tournament, And Luffy's like, oh, I gotta get in there. Frankie's like, alright, go sign up over there. But remember, Luffy, you're supposed to keep yourself on the DL. Don't let anybody know who you are. because we still don't know, you know, what the whole thing is. Luffy goes to sign his name in, and he's like, the contestant's like, alright, make sure you write your name. He's like, L-U-F, and then like Frankie comes in, he like punches him in the back of the head like, ah, you baga, you stupid idiot. And Luffy ends up writing his name as Lucy, L-U-C-Y. Hella funny, man. It's a girl. I don't know why you picked the girl's name. Like, I don't understand that. But it kind of reminded me of when Master Roshi dressed up as Jackie Chun, and he went into because he's got the same type of beard, and you know, maybe Oda's playing a little homage to Akira Toriyama. So it was pretty funny to see. All right, so Luffy gets in there, and this is what completely reminded me of Dragon Ball Z, is when Luffy got in there and a bunch of people were like hella big, hella strong, muscular and shit, and they were looking at Luffy like, what's this little tiny ass runt doing in here? You know, get this fool out of here. Don't have him grace our presence. Don't. You know, he's a little bitch. So people start fucking with Luffy. They're like, yeah, Luffy, get the hell out of here, you little bitch ass, hoe ass, trick ass, bitch ass hoe. And this guy named Spartan, he's like, oh, I've won 51 matches in a row, or 51 monthly tournaments in a row, or 51 tournaments overall. And he comes over to punch Luffy. He's like, "Rah!" Like he's coming, and his whole arm is bigger than Luffy. And Luffy just takes him and just bam, just flips him right on his head. And he's like, you know what? Nice to meet you too, son. I was like, yo, Luffy, like, people aren't ready. What's about to happen at this Coliseum is about to be dirty. Now I know there's probably, maybe there's entrance, you know, there's different sign-ups at other entrances, because I'd really like to see Zoro and Sanji and a bunch of other guys get into this Coliseum and fight. Because if not, then, you know, that'd be kind of lame. And if Sanji's off doing something else with this bitch and Zoro's running around chasing his sword this whole arc, I'm really going to be disappointed. Anyways, guys, this is a great chapter. I thought that shit was funny as hell. The Jackie Chan reference was great. Sanji getting some was epic. Zoro losing his sword, you know, still looking for it was kind of lame. Frankie was funny as hell. Peace the fuck out, guys. Smoke, Raider. Check out my channel. Subscribe. You know, a lot of One Piece content. A lot more other content. I actually have some special shit coming out soon, so be ready for that shit, guys. Anyways, bitches, blunts, anime, One Piece for the motherfucking win. Peace the fuck out, guys. I'm out.